Hello students, as Chemistry Tutor has promised, I have brought the name reactions for different organic chapters, and today I am going to discuss for alcohols, phenols and ethers the name reaction. So just let me share this whiteboard and then we start with the class. Now this is the first organic chapter which is very important. Now you can see here on my screen that it is showing phenol. So we start with the phenol, the Reamer-Tiemann reaction. Now, if you see this Reamer-Tiemann reaction, this is something very important one. There are many ways of writing this Reamer-Tiemann reaction. I have brought a very compact reaction for you in which your phenol is reacting with your chloroform and aqueous NaOH. So first you get an intermediate product. Now please remember children that for your organic, it is mandatory to write the IUPAC name for both reactant and the product. Your entire reaction is correct, but here you have to write the term phenol. Now your phenol is reacting with chloroform, it is reacting with aqueous NaOH, it is giving an intermediate product. Now, this intermediate product, whenever in chemistry we get an intermediate product, or at times we call addition product, it is always mentioned in square bracket, which is highly unstable. So, it stabilizes itself when it comes across with the suitable reagent. So, here the suitable reagent we are using is NaOH. Now, the moment it reacts with NaOH, we get a compound where it is introduced with the CHO group at your ortho position. Now, this product is again unstable. It is not a stable product because organic is a covalent compound. In covalent compound, they do not carry the charges. We need to stabilize the charges. So, for that purpose, acidification is done. Acidification means on the arrow you have to write H plus ion. Now, the moment the acidification is done, you get the required product salicyl aldehyde. Now, you don't expect that you will get always a direct question on Reamer-Tiemann reaction. They might also ask convert phenol to salicyl aldehyde and name the reaction. Now you have to correlate कि अगर phenol है और salicyl aldehyde है so it is your Reamer-Tiemann reaction, because the next reaction which we are going to discuss is Colway's reaction, in which we are getting salicyl acid. Here you are getting salicyl aldehyde. So I hope this Reamer-Tiemann reaction you have understood. Please practice, and again as I said, please do not forget to write the IUPAC names. They are very important. You don't write your IUPAC name, you miss upon something very important. So these IUPACs are very important. Now this is your Colway's reaction. Now in this Colway's reaction, if we see, again we are using phenol. Now here, please write phenol. Now this phenol is being treated with NaOH. It is being then treated with carbon dioxide, and the temperature is 120 degrees centigrade. Please refer to the standard books which are prescribed in your syllabus and pick up the temperature and the pressure value from there. Haphazardly, you cannot write any value which you come across. So now this your phenol, when it is being treated with NaOH and carbon dioxide, you get sodium salicylate. You are introduced with this group on the ring at ortho position. So the name of this compound is sodium salicylate, and this is not an addition product. So I am not using any square bracket here. Now this sodium salicylate, when it undergoes acidification, this is your acidification. Because on the arrow what is written? H plus ion. So sodium salicylate on acidification gives salicylic acid. Again it covers your conversion question. They can also ask convert benzene into salicylic acid, because phenol is in your syllabus. Instead of asking the preparation of phenol, they have covered the preparation of phenol also in the question, and the property of phenol also. by saying convert benzene into salicylic acid. Because to convert benzene into salicylic acid, first you will have to convert phenol into benzene or benzene into phenol. What will be correct? It will be benzene into phenol. This is also very, very important. At times, the children are knowing the answer, but whatever is the product which is mentioned in the question, they assume it as a reactant. So, again, I'm repeating the question. The question says convert benzene into salicylic acid. So, first we will convert benzene into phenol, and then phenol getting converted to salicylic acid, we will be using Colway's reaction. The other way round of the question which can be asked in the exam is write the complete balanced equation for the following statement and name the reaction. And the statement might be that phenol is being treated with sodium hydroxide or caustic soda solution, undergoing carboxylation, and finally on acidification forms the product. The main speciality of every name reaction is that the conditions are different. No two name reactions are having the same conditions. So, to remember the name reaction, the best thing is that you learn the conditions which are associated with the name reaction. It becomes very easy. So, this is your Colway's reaction. The next is your coupling reaction. Now, in this reaction, I have found many a times the children, they write everything correct, but they miss upon this OH in the product. They don't mention only. Now, this is the structure which is given to you is actually benzene diazonium chloride. It is your benzene diazonium chloride. And this benzene diazonium chloride, children, it is a azo compound. Diazonium, azo. I am underlining AZO. Azo means dye. And dyes are always colored in nature. So this reaction again becomes important. You can use it as a differentiation for the chemical test also. It can be asked in the form of an observation question also. And of course, it is a name reaction, coupling reaction. Coupling means, couple means what? Two. So here benzene diazonium chloride and phenol, they both couple and they form a single product. Now in this what happens? Your benzene diazonium chloride contains Cl. Your chlorine has got maximum affinity, or you can say strongest affinity for hydrogen. So from your phenol, the hydrogen which is there at the para position, your HCl will be formed as a byproduct, and the moment HCl is getting formed as a byproduct, both benzenium diazonium chloride and your phenol will couple to form this product. Now this entire reaction is taking place at para position, so in the name it will be para hydroxy. Why hydroxy? Because it contains OH group, azo benzene, and it is an orange dye. This is something very important which you cannot forget. So these are the three main reactions for phenol: Cremer-Tiemann reaction, Colway's reaction, and your coupling reaction, which you need to remember. So please revise it. Then comes alcohol, because phenol is a aromatic alcohol. Alcohol, if I take aliphatic, it will be your ethanol, which is in our syllabus. Esterification. Esterification means that the formation of an ester is taking place. Remember that there is a rule for organic compounds that any carboxylic acid, when it reacts with aromatic or aliphatic alcohol in the presence of conc H2SO4, it is a reversible reaction which involves the elimination of water molecule, and you get the product which is an ester, and that is why it is called esterification reaction. Is it clear? So this is your esterification. Now here I have used oblique because this reaction is possible for aromatic alcohol also and for ethanol also. So let's take an example. Suppose I take CH3 COOH. This is your ethanoic acid, that is in common language acetic acid. Suppose it reacts with C2H5OH, ethanol. If I am taking this group R, it will be a reversible reaction. H plus, you can write. You can also write conc H2SO4, but please do not write only H2SO4. You will not get any marks because only H2SO4 can also be considered as dilute H2SO4. And let me tell you, dilute H2SO4 is not a dehydrating agent. It is a reversible reaction, means your product can again get back into the reactant, you can get back the acid and the alcohol. So here you will get C2H5 COOCH3. So this is an ester which is being formed. Now suppose if I take phenol in this case, so for phenol suppose I am taking again CH3 COOH and your phenol is C6H5OH. Again the reversible arrow, H plus ion. Elimination of byproduct is very important. You can write with the product plus H2O also, or here you below the arrow you can write minus H2O and you will get the product. It will be your CH3 COO C6H. This will be the product. C2H5. No. It will be your C6H5. You have to be very, very focused on what you are writing. So you will get CH3 COO C6H5. Phenyl acetate. If I discuss about the nomenclature part for ester, the IUPAC name is alkyl alkanoate. The IUPAC name is divided into two words, alkyl and alkanoate. This is your formula. Please remember that whatever we have on the RHS side represents the term alkyl, and whatever is present on the left hand side that represents the term alkanoate, which also includes the carbon atom which is present in the formula. So if I have CH3 COO C2H5 in common language or common name, it will be ethyl acetate because CH3COOH is acetic acid. But if I have to write the IUPAC name, I will write ethyl ethanoate. Why ethyl ethanoate? Because right hand side I have ethyl group C2H5. LHS, though I have CH3 group, it is methyl, but I have to include the carbon atom of the formula also. So total number of carbon atom becomes 2. So alkanoate becomes ethanoate. So ethyl ethanoate. So these are the important name reactions of alcohol and phenol. In the next video, which I will be sharing with you, I will be taking the next set of name reactions for the other chapters. So stay tuned with Chemistry Tute. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe so that you are well aware with the important explanations. I will be uploading tomorrow again another set of name reactions which will cover your aldehydes, ketones and carboxylic acids. Till then, stay tuned with Chemistry Tute. Thank you.